You guys won't believe this, but it's happened again. I'm meant to be going on a date tonight, and he like confirmed it with me like 2 days ago, and he was like, yep, booked. And I haven't heard from him in 2 days. So like, do I just assume that the date is on, or like do men actually not realize that you need to confirm the day of? Like, why is this happening all the fucking time? So the guy that I like told me that he doesn't like me back and doesn't think of me like that, and also doesn't want a relationship.
Hey, where are we finding good men? Like, men that actually like us back and treat us well?
Single women over 40, I have a question for you and I need an answer. What are we doing about dating? Are we dating? Are we using apps? Are we using Facebook groups? Are we going to random dance clubs? Like, I don't know. Like, what are we doing about dating? Are we dating? Are we never dating again? Because, you know, it's days like today when the bins need to get taken out. I really think to myself, maybe I need a man.
For those of us that don't have the benefit of being conventionally attractive, how are we handling aging? Because I feel like at least when I was like in my 20s, I had youth on my side. So even though I wasn't particularly good looking, I wasn't really all that bad. Like I still had kind of a cute face. And that's pretty much gone now. Now that I'm 40, the cute is gone. And I don't know how to hit, because like these lines are getting deep. I'm getting lines around my eyes and in my forehead, and I've got gray hair. I've got a lot going on. But like, are we doing this gracefully? Are we aging gracefully and just letting the ugly take over? Or are we doing things to kind of reduce the visibility of our aging process? Are we dyeing our hair? Are we wearing a lot of makeup? Like, how are we handling this?
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women get confused when men stop seeking their approval in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
My date just ditched me at the restaurant. I'm here just finishing up at a restaurant date that I went to, like a little lunch date, and the guy just got up and went to the bathroom and hasn't come back. He's been gone about 20 minutes. Guys don't take 20 minutes in the bathroom unless they are shitting their pants, which I well know. The bathroom is like a lineup of different stalls, and I just went to check and he's gone. He left. There's nobody in any of those stalls, and it's not rush hour right now. It's like super slow, and he's not there. I looked all around the restaurant. Gone. I didn't even see him walk out. Like, the door's right over there. He must have just gone around and booked it so fast. So now I am going to be left with not only my bill, but his bill as well. I'm trying not to cry right now. I'm kind of like embarrassed sitting here all by myself. The waitress is over there. She sees that I'm sitting here alone. I think she knows what's going on. And I'm sitting here just mortified, but also out of $50, $60 out of pocket. This fucker got 2 old fashions. I got 1 lemonade. I didn't even drink alcohol today. 2 old fashions and like a plate of food. The thing is, I was prepped. I was ready to go for this date. I like took a spicy cube before I even got to the restaurant. He didn't even know, but I was ready. I was ready to go today because I thought he was so hot and such a good looking guy. And I already knew I was super attracted to him. Now I'm sitting here with my non-alcoholic strawberry lemonade, and the bill's gonna come in a few minutes. It's probably gonna be more than $60 now that I think of it. And he just left me. This has never happened to me before, ever in my life. I don't even want to like look around because I'm so embarrassed that people are like looking at me and thinking what a fucking loser. Not only that, my spicy cube is starting to kick in, and I'm thinking maybe what I need to do is go up to the bar right over there, get a couple drinks, and just wait for another hot guy to come in. I don't want to waste the spicy cube. What would you do if it was you? Would you just leave, or should I go up to the bar, get drunk, and make use of the spicy cube?
Men are used to a certain vibe. So if you're not giving him that vibe that he's used to, he's just going to move along. He goes for women who are actually his type, who match the type of vibe that he's looking for. It's not like you. So men operate in reality, not in delusion. Not, I can change this person, or I can let this person grow on me. No. We good here. We good here. He just moves along. Don't feel sorry for this chick. It's funny that they get on camera and they're like, oh, this guy left me on a date. Oh, he had 2 old fashions. Oh, now I have to pay the bill. Blah, 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 blah. This is embarrassing. This is just the reality of what men have to go through before they even get anywhere near being good at dating. Let's get the next one.
Okay. Do you know what my problem is? My problem is that I don't want to date. I just want to find my person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to date. I only want to date my person. But to find my person, I have to date. And I don't want to date. I don't want to do it. I just want my person to just like walk right into my life and be like, there you are, let's go. Pack up, let's go. And that's it. I don't want to date. I went on a date with a man last year that told me he wanted 10 kids, non-negotiable. 10 kids! I said, sir, this is our first date. I don't even like you yet. Where's my husband? Where's my soulmate? I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it out here. I don't want to date. I don't want to go on dates.
This is the problem that a lot of women are facing. See, they want a certain guy in particular, but they don't know how to go get that dude. And then they ignore the dudes that are right in front of them, that give them the rundown, that tell them that they're seriously interested in them. And then they're like, you know what? I'll just sit around here and wait for my guy to magically appear. I don't want to date anymore. This is getting exhausting. I just want the guy to show up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? They're never going to answer this. And it's video after video. Men are not seeking your approval. The type of guys that you want, you're going to have to show up and show out. Show those cooking skills, girl. You know, show him something other than I look this way, so you should do X, Y, Z. But when they're talking about, oh, I don't want to do anything, I just want my dream guy to show up, my soulmate. Nah, that's for when you're younger. That's for when you're younger. The guys are right in front of you. You wait until the end. This is what happens. Let's work with the way that they think, okay? Your husband is somewhere working his ass off to build his future so you can walk into his life and decide whether you want to screw him over and take his stuff or stick with him. He's still out there. He'll magically find you. Let's get the next one.
I'm 30 and I don't approach men anymore, and I don't think you should either. Allow me to explain myself. I have 2 main reasons. Number 1, he's just not that into me. Maybe he has a bold personality type, but he saw me and he was like, you know, maybe she's not the one. Valid. Fine. The other reason, he is into me. Maybe he wants to talk to me, but he can't find the words or he can't find the courage. And either one of those, for me, just means we are not a match at this time and place. That's not to say it couldn't emerge later, but he needs to find that within himself to come to me. I am not going to extend that out. And so for me, if I'm approaching men, I'm breaking down those 2 barriers of entry. And I know for me, with my personality type, I want to weed shy men out, and I want to weed men who don't like me that much out. And when I say shy, I don't mean he can't be intimidated or he can't be a little shy, but I need him to be able to overcome that, because there's going to be other areas of life where he's going to have to overcome discomfort and overcome being intimidated when he's asking for a raise, if we are negotiating for a car, if he's having to tell his mother to not bust into our house unannounced. All of these other areas of life, he's going to have a really solid backbone, or I will lose respect for him. So, for those reasons, I do not approach men anymore. I don't ask them for their name. I don't ask them for their number. As always, this is for me. This is for my personality type with my experiences. If you're looking for something different, good luck and God bless.
They use social media as an outlet to explain things that don't need to be explained. Men should approach women. Yes, men should take the lead. You don't approach men anyway. When she's talking about, I don't approach men because I'm looking for a guy who takes charge and who's not shy and blah, 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 right? What she's saying is, you know, I'm done going after the guys that I really want because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go in my favor. That's it. It's funny, right? You see on these shows when they're like, you're not somebody I would typically approach. You don't approach. So what are you talking about? What, when you're drunk? When you're at a club? A pool party? You're somewhere out of the country? Genuinely, you do not approach men like that. Unless you're looking to get something out of them, you're in like a bar or something. But women don't approach men, so what are you talking about? So basically, let's sum up what they think. Let's think like them, right? Men, the men I want, step up and approach me and give me everything that I'm looking for, please and thank you. Let's get the next one.
If I ever needed a sign not to date, I think I'm done. I'm just done dating, actually. Glam, cute, mascara, lip gloss, literally. Told him, literally was on my way, and I was like, hey, can't. Calls me and thumbs up my message. So that's the male society for you. I will no longer. I'm sick.
Damn, can't even get help with a flat tire. You know what's actually funny about this? She's got, at bare minimum, 2 guys in her phone that will come help change the tire. And she chooses to open up her phone and record a video talking about the guy who ain't shit, right? When really, wouldn't it make more sense for her to call up one of these dudes, have them come change the tire, and make a video like, damn, I should pick better. You know what? I'm taking a different route. No, let's get out the car and talk about the guy who doesn't give a damn about me. But here's the thing. It's good for us. Another one down of a man's indifference for the books. Let's get the next one.
Here's how dating is going these days. This is not lessons in dating. I have no advice to give. If one more person starts off strong with me and makes me think that they are excited about getting into a relationship, or excited about me, or excited about the future with me, or want to pursue things further, or any of these things, and then they come to me and they tell me that they're just not ready for a relationship, even though that's what they're on dating apps to seek out, even though that's like what they've, I don't know, there's just been so many of them recently that are like, yes, let's do it, and then they just like, they get scared, or they freak out, or they can't meet the expectations of a relationship, or I don't honestly know I don't know. I'm not gonna like sit here and try to decide what's going through their minds, but it is so exhausting as someone trying to date in 2026, and just like continuing to meet people who just like clash with my attachment style.
She said there's been so many dudes recently pretty much that discarded of her, right? And it's getting exhausting dating out here. But here's the thing, right? You're looking for surface level things because you're talking about attachment style. So isn't that, you know, deeper than surface level? You should be making sure all of that is there instead of how he looks. Don't let that go. Don't let that go over your head. You guys are probably going to think, nah, that's not what. No. Once we start talking about attachment styles, that's deeper. That's deeper. We need to see this person's personality, this person's character, how they move, what they like, what they don't like, their past, what they've been through, so we could better understand them. My bet is she's going off of, okay, this guy's my type physically. She's falling for the words. In order for them to fall for the words, right? She's like, oh, it starts out like they're saying this and they're saying that. She's really exhausted because the men are running circles around her. And what type of men have the ability to do this? Let's get the next one.
So I recently went out with this guy and everything went well. He was nice, very respectful. He bought me drinks and like the vibes were there, right? But let me tell you why I wouldn't go out with him ever again. I feel like the whole point of you going out on a date is for you to get to know each other, right? Like you ask me questions, I ask you questions, and we get to know each other and see if we're a fit, right? Right. But then tell me why. The whole date, we were just talking about him and his life experience. I feel like by the end of the day, he didn't know anything about me and he really didn't wanna. Every single time we were talking, he would talk about himself and not ask me like, what about you? Like, what do you like to do? Like, what do you do? Like, you really don't want to be with someone who only knows themselves, you know? Like, it's nice to be with someone who actually has an interest in you and actually wants to know about you. So he texts me again and he's asking for a second date and I'm like, oh, maybe I should give him another chance because maybe he was just like shy, like, or maybe he was just nervous. He wanted to talk a lot and maybe it was just like a talkative day for him, right? The way that he asked me out was like, hey, do you want to come over to watch a movie tonight? This is why you shouldn't give second chances to people who don't deserve it. You're gonna invite me over to your house on the second date, like you don't know anything about me and you want me to go to your house? No, don't be like that, please.
So he invited you over to his house on the second date. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Bro, we're not here for any of this. See, guys are gonna think, no, he should have took her on another date. Bro, we're not here for all of that. It's what this guy is offering. Now, if she doesn't like that, she could move along. She could just move along. Guys are looking to see if you're gonna catch a vibe with them. Aren't these the biggest users of vibes and energy and all of this stuff? So he's trying to catch a vibe, see if you got good energy. We could do that on a date or at my house. What's the problem? And guys are also looking to see if you're going to apply these rules, these dating standards on him. Because if you don't, what that shows him is you really mess with him like that. You're really interested in him like that. We're not even talking about sleeping together at this point. Come to my house. Let's watch a movie. Let's kick it. I want to show you my place. Now, if we happen to sleep together, we happen to sleep together. But I want to see if you're going to actually come through. You don't want to do that. Okay, go to another option. Let's get the next one.
I decided that I was going into 2026 in my dating era. And I feel like personally, I've been really good at that. Like I've been going on dates, seeing guys, like having fun, being flirty, being 22. But I've also decided I low-key think I want a boyfriend. I don't really know what I want. Anyway, today's Thursday. I've had this date with this random Hinge man since like, I want to say Monday. We talk for like 2 seconds on Hinge. He wants to take me on a date. I love that. I love when a guy just takes initiative and is like, let me take you out. Let me get your number. I give him my number. He texts me like a day and a half later. And I'm like, okay, I gave you my number so quick, but whatever. He texts me like hey, it's blank. And I was like, hi, how are you doing? Again, he waits a day and he goes like, oh, I'm good. Like, how's your week been? Bearing in mind, we like planned a date on Hinge. Like, he texts me on like Wednesday. We have a date on Friday. Today's Thursday. And he like had already told me where we were going, like what time, on Friday. I moved my work schedule around so I can make it work. I'm literally going on this date like after working for 8 full hours. But I was like, whatever, like it'll be fun. I was probably gonna go out anyway, so might as well go on a date. Anyway, so he texted me on Wednesday, like, how's your week been? And I replied, I'm like, oh, it's been a little chaotic, but you know, I'm okay. Like, how's your week been? He finally replies 24 hours later. Like, I hate this. 24 hours later, he replies and he's like, yeah, my week's been good, but I think my coworker got me sick today. And I'm like, great. I hate when you're soft launching, canceling plans. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, do you mind if we reschedule for next week? And my thing is, like, you don't owe me shit. Like, you could ghost me and I don't give a fuck. What I don't like and what pisses me off is when a guy makes me feel rejected. Like, fuck, I'm too hot for you anyway. Like, what are you doing? It'd be a different story if we had been like texting or like had like some sort of connection and then he's like, oh, I'm getting sick, like I want to reschedule. But we've literally exchanged like 4 texts. Like, it's really not that deep. I would have rather just not heard from you than you end it. This is the second week in a row a guy has canceled a date with me the night before. So I think I'm just like getting sick of it. And again, it's not about the guy. It's really not that deep. I just don't like rejection. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna spend my night tonight on Hinge seeing if anyone wants to take me out on a date tomorrow because I cleared my calendar, so I'm going out.
She said he doesn't owe her anything, but she doesn't want to feel rejected. This is what men have to go through in order to be good at dating. Actually, it's a human thing. You guys just experience it less. You know, you have to understand that women don't owe you anything, not even a conversation as a guy. So when you're going up to approach a woman, if she blatantly ignores you, walks away, you have to be okay with that. You have to know that that's going to happen. If a woman says, no, thank you, or I have a boyfriend, you have to be okay with that. As a man, this is what builds character. But it's funny when you reverse the roles, they can't handle it. I don't want to feel rejected. Why are you letting this guy text you every 24 hours and you're still responding to him? I wonder what type of guy he was. All to turn around and say, I'm too hot for him. It's okay, protect that ego, girl. I understand it. You got to do what you got to do to cope out here. But he's not seeking her approval. This is the problem here. When you don't seek their approval, they start to think there's something wrong with me. They're going to continue to confuse themselves, but I'd rather them be confused than men be confused. Actually understand the value within yourself. Feel good about yourself. Don't seek their approval. Show interest, let things be known, but don't chase. Because here's the thing. Whether she takes you up on the offer or not, you'll be memorable. Best believe you will be.
I'm currently on the market for someone that wants to go on a long weekend beach vacation with me to where we can do prayer walks and talk to Jesus in the morning with a little iced vanilla latte, and then we go to the beach and we eat sandwiches and fruit and chips and guac and queso and have fun little margaritas, and we take a nap and we read books.